Greetings to all listeners from every corner of our beautiful planet. Welcome to the Design for Recovery show, where we delve into fascinating intersection of healthcare and design. Here, we focus on crafting environments that promote healing and nurture the well-being of staff while optimizing outcome for both patients and healthcare providers. I am your host, Lowo Adeyemi, and today I'm incredibly excited to take you on a journey through my personal experiences, the story of how I became an architect, and more specifically, a passionate advocate for healthcare design. This narrative is woven with deep passion, unwavering perseverance, and a strong sense of purpose. I hope it spark a moment of reflection for you on your journey, no matter the field you inhabit. So, pour yourself your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's embark on this enriching exploration together. So, growing up in the vibrant city of Ibadan, I was always captivated by the world of spaces around me. Unknown to me then, perpetually attuned, feeling that different buildings evoked within me. My childhood home housed a sturdy concrete water reservoir that became my sanctuary, where I would often escape to sit and daydream about intricacies of houses. And in those quiet moments, I envision not just the structures themselves, but the lives unfolding within them, the laughter echoing through always, and the connection those spaces facilitated among family and friends. However, my journey towards architecture was anything but linear. Like many children, let me say many children of my time, I was encouraged to roam the vast career possibilities. At one point, I found myself utterly enchanted by the prospect of becoming a medical doctor, drawn in by the noble purpose of healing and the intricate science of human body. Let me. It's fascinating how life can take such a unexpected twist. On the surface, architecture and met might seem like world apart, each governed by distinct vocabulary and focus. Yet, as my story unraveled, I saw the trend between these seemingly disparate fields, and in remarkable and meaningful ways, they wove together to shape the path I was destined to tread, offering me insight that will enrich my understanding of the built environment and human experience within it. So, how did I discover architecture? The very first moment architecture resonated was during my high school day, Wesley College of Science, Ilekuro, Ibadan. We had an inspiring teacher who introduced us to technical drawing. It would bring intricate models and detailed blueprint that seems to come alive possibility. I vividly recall the day I held a delicate miniature model of a stunning building. I examined it carefully, examined the crafted lines, the elegant proportion, and an overwhelming sense of clarity washed over me. In that instant, I thought to myself, Lord, this. So I embarked on my journey in architecture school. Fast forwarded now, a time that was both demanding and thrilling. Endless nights are consumed with fervent drafting as I immersed myself in intricate world of materials and art of designing spaces. Each project then felt like piecing together a complicated puzzle where every decision carried the weight of potentials to transform lives and communities. The creative energy that filled the studio then quite palpable, and accelerating rush of envisioning a space that could one day shelter, inspire, or even unite people drove me to explore the depths of my imagination. And one lesson stood out for me early on, and that architecture isn't just about building, it's about people who use them. This very idea will shape my entire career. So, how did I transition from general focus on architecture to specialized field of healthcare? It all began during my final thesis at the School of Architecture. I remember we were assigned to propose three alternative topics, and one of the alternatives centered around the psychiatric center. And to my delight, that's the very topic my project supervisor, esteemed architect May Martin of blessed memory, me. And under our guidance, we embarked on an adventure conducting in-depth case studies, exciting psychiatric rehab country. This experience took me on a journey to various locations, often requiring long travels, and I immersed myself in the narrative of patients and professional alike. I engaged with people through interviews, meticulously filled out questionnaires, each interaction adding layers to my level of understanding. So, now reflecting on those incredible experiences now, I have a profound gratitude for the insight it provided. I witnessed firsthand how deliberate the design choices, from the nuanced placement of windows that invite natural light to thoughtful selection of materials, can have a transformative impact on the healing process. It became clear that this endeavor was about more than mere aesthetic. It was a powerful reminder of architecture's potentials to enhance life and promote well-being. But the euphoria I felt upon graduating from the School of Architecture began to fade out just 2 years later, and I ventured into the professional world, joining a contracting firm where I spent almost 5 years, 5 years of immersed in intricacies of construction and design. And after that time, my test for deeper knowledge and skills led me back to academic arena, where I pursued a masters of environment, University of Lagos. However, life has a way of redirecting our paths, and mine was redirected also during the stillness of COVID-19 lockdown in 2020. I wrestled with an insatiable desire to channel my energy towards something distinctive in my career. As days turned to weeks, I struggled to articulate my thoughts, so I turned to praying and meditating. Started praying to God, seeking divine guidance, illuminate the plan and purpose God had laid out. So one particular day, as I scoured the internet, inspiration and knowledge, a vivid memory of my undergraduate thesis suddenly flashed, and driven by curiosity, I embarked on a search to discover if there was any form of accreditation related to my final thesis project. And I remember I stumbled upon the website of the Center for Health Design, and to my amazement, I uncovered an accreditation program focused on evidence-based design in healthcare. And this discovery set me off a chain of events that will forever alter the trajectory of my career. And the rest, as they say, became a remarkable journey. So let's take a break. I'll be back shortly. All right. So as they say, every journey is punctuated with challenges, and mine was no exception. In the early days of my career, I grappled with pervasive specter of imposter syndrome, entering the intricate realm of healthcare design, a field steeped in specialization. I found myself on a continuous quest for knowledge. I immersed myself in norms of medical flow, the principle of infection control, the profound psychology of color, and environment design for healing. And there were countless moments where, humanly speaking, when self doubt loomed large, casting a shadow over my confidence. But yet, during those trying times, I lean on unwavering support of mentors and colleagues who saw potential in me when I struggled to see it myself. And one milestone that remained each in my memory is the day I led my first major healthcare project as a community clinic, and watching that building take shape brick by brick was exhilarating. I envisioned the countless lives to touch and the vital services it provide to the community. The sheer thought of its impact, the idea that thousands of people would walk through the door seeking care and comfort, was a great experience. It actually solidified my passion for healthcare design and reminded me of the purpose that fuels my daily work. So, reflecting on my journey, one of the most profound lessons I've internalized is that architecture transcends the mere act of designing for the present moment. It embodies the foresight to envision the future. In healthcare design, this translates into crafting adaptable spaces that can seamlessly, evolve alongside advancing technology and ever-changing landscape of medical need. It also embraces an imperative of sustainability, ensuring that our buildings are highly functional, environmentally conscious, and harmonious with the environment, not just having buildings around. I'm deeply passionate about pushing the frontiers of healthcare design, healthcare architecture. And this fervor drives me to explore innovative approaches such as weaving biophilic elements in structure to invite calming embrace of nature indoor, or sometimes harnessing the transformative power of virtual reality to actively engage patients. The possibility for creativity and improvement are boundless. They are inviting us to rethink how we are here. So that's my origin story. Architecture transcends mere construction. It's fundamentally about forging connection, connecting individuals, their surroundings, fostering healing environments, nurturing relationship people, embracing the role of healthcare design architect has actually evolved into a profound calling rather than just a career choice, just like mine. And I'm deeply grateful for the mentors who have guided me, diverse experiences that has enriched my perspective, and even challenges that has tested my resolve and ultimately shaped this. So thank you for taking time out to listen to my story. I'm eager to hear about your journey. Whether you're an architect, a designer, or simply someone creating meaningful impact in your field. If you enjoy this episode, please consider subscribing, sharing this podcast with others, and leaving a review. Your feedback means the world to me. So, until when we meet again, continue to create, cultivate, whether the vibrant space that inspire you, the ambitious dream that fuels your passion, or the meaningful connection that enrich your journey. Bye for now.